One of the other things that's phenomenal when it comes to the approach of teaching here, I think that we forget that we do cater to students, but we are so immune to it. When you go into a kindergarten classroom, what do you see? You see different pictures, you see ABC, you see it's a whole different kind of classroom compared if you go into a 7th grade classroom. Why? Because that's how they're learning and that's what's comfortable for them. Just like in 7th grade, you're not going to have, the kitchen in the corner, or you're not going to have big letters on the wall in a washer and dryer, because that's not going to be beneficial for them. And that's the approach that's taken here, is you look at it from an autistic point of view. And I really think that's one of the things that's lacking, because we don't realize that, oh my gosh, this blue color that's on the wall, it's jumping at me and it's hard to concentrate. Or that sound of the drums that's going next door because of having a music class, for us, it's nothing, but for someone with autism, it could be torturing, and you can't concentrate on learning at the same time. One of the approaches that really helps here, look at the walls. Go into nothing. And it may be dull to us, but we're not seeing things from the same point of view. I had a kiddo once tell me that we were working on colors, and I was, worked blue, green, and he's like, that one tastes good. And I've never thought of it that way. Like, why would blue taste good? But I'm not autistic. And instead of going, well, no, this is the color blue, it's like, yeah, you're right. It's more of looking at it from the point of view that's going to work best to learn.
Yeah, the sensory part is very important.
It's huge, yeah.
Especially when I always say to people, they used to do cooking in the other classroom. Now, it's the smell, it's the noise, but they say to me, oh no, we just teaching them how to do the measurements. And it's not true, because he couldn't function, he couldn't learn because the smell, the noise, the whole cooking thing, he just couldn't concentrate. And then the smell stays for like a week. And then they're cooking every day.
Yeah. And then it's usually food they can't eat. So you're working on this project and you're like, oh, wait, but you can't have it. What? Then I would be upset too. But you're telling me that I just made something, but I can't even taste it, So it's not being very empathetic to the children at all. It's not trying to fix the problem, because it's not a problem. And I think that's the whole idea, is changing the perspective of working holistically. When you teach a child, you need any child, you need to be empathetic to their point of view and their paradigm. And just like when you teach an adult, we have the adult learning theory, because you're supposed to tell them this is what they're supposed to learn. No, they're going to do it because they want to. They're going to do it because there's that intrinsic reward that comes back. And that's the difference that happens and occurs here. And if you look at a lot of programs, especially in schools, number one, there's no money. Number two, there's no resources. And number three,
not that we have them.
Yeah. And the behaviors that happen in schools happen because they're trying to escape it. They're trying to escape what's going on. I think anyone that works in the school system knows most of the bad jobs go to the aides, because no teacher wants to do it. And they'd rather have a child that probably needs a professional that has, degree upon degree. But instead we give it to someone, it doesn't make sense. I know.